Hi, this is John with VersaFeed. Today we're going to be talking about Google suspension warnings, in particular for price and availability problems. What exactly is the problem that Google is noting if you are unlucky enough to receive one of these emails? So Google's looking at three things when they issue a suspension warning for price or availability problems. They're looking at your data feed, the raw data you send them every day in spreadsheet format. They're looking at your website in two different ways. One, visually, exactly what a consumer would see if they clicked on the landing page. And then they're also looking at something a little more mysterious called structured data, which is data that's embedded inside the HTML to denote things like price and availability. If Google sees a discrepancy between any of these three, they may issue you a suspension warning. Now that suspension warning looks something like this. They're going to note to you exactly what the problem is. In this case, it's incorrect prices. And then they're going to note some example items below. In this case, they're saying that the first item has a price on the actual landing page of $59 and a price in the data feed of $49. So to see what the real problem is, we're going to again want to look at those three big picture items: the data feed, your landing page visually, and then your landing page, the microdata. Here we have an example of your data feed. This is usually the most straightforward, and you can see there's a few columns in particular that we're looking at here: the price, the sale price, and depending on what the suspension was, the availability. If possible, make sure you're looking at the data feed that was sent before the email was received for the suspension warning. So that way you're looking at exactly what Google saw when they sent the suspension warning. Second, we're going to look at the landing page and see what the price and availability are listed as here. So you can see this is a fairly straightforward example where the original price is crossed out and the actual checkout price is listed. Nothing too complex about this, and I don't think Google would have a problem crawling this. Let's go ahead and look at a second example. Here's a more challenging landing page where you can see multiple prices that are listed. This could easily confuse the Google bot when it crawls your website. So if you have something like this, you want to change it to make it so it's much more obvious what the checkout price is, and then hopefully the Google crawler won't be confused. And here's a third example of a landing page that also is fairly straightforward with both a regular price and a sale price. However, if you scroll down, what you'll notice is that there are some additional prices listed at the bottom from third-party retailers. This can sometimes confuse the Google crawler, but in general, this looks okay. The last thing that Google checks is the structured data, and this is by far the most mysterious and nebulous of the three areas that Google is looking at. Structured data is data embedded inside your HTML, which gives information about the price or the availability to the crawler. And it's not something that we can visually inspect. It's something we actually have to look at the HTML source code to look at. So we can do that by right-clicking on a page and doing View Page Source. However, that can also be a challenge unless you're an HTML guru, because you're looking at code at that point. So instead, what we're going to do is use a tool called the Google Structured Data Testing Tool. The Google Structured Data Testing Tool allows you to enter a URL. In this case, we're going to enter our product landing page, and then it will grab that HTML and look for structured data and display that to you. And this is the Structured Data Testing Tool after it's loaded the landing page, the product landing page we were just looking at with the luggage. On the left-hand side, you'll see the raw HTML, and on the right-hand side, you'll see the structured data that Google found. So of course, we're only interested in the right-hand side for this page. And in particular, you can see that it did find that there's a product in the structured data. And if we scroll down further, we'll see exactly what that product is being sold for. So this is the price here, and this is the availability. You'll notice that there's only one price, and that should be the checkout price. So if the item is for sale, this price should be the sale price. If the item is not for sale, it should be the non-sale price. It should be whatever price the customer will see when they actually check out. If this structured data information does not match the other two areas, you can have a problem. So again, here we're noting that the price is $35 and the item is in stock. If that did not match your data feed or the visual website, you may receive one of these suspension warnings. So if you have the misfortune of receiving one of these suspension warnings, Do review these 3 areas and make sure the data is all matching up. If you have additional questions about structured data, please watch our next video, part 2, which is going to focus exclusively on structured data, which is usually the most common problem and the most challenging aspect to understand and fix. Thanks for watching.